Renovation firms are a scam. Renovation firms earn a lot of money. Everyone can open a renovation firm. Many people think this way, and no wonder because of scammy little shit like these people. Today we will break down in depth how much it costs to run a renovation firm. For the parameters, we'll take it at about a firm with 10 IDs where they outsource all the works to other trade. Meaning like hacking outsourced to hacker, tiling outsourced to tiler, so on and so forth. This part is very important to state because 90% of the firms run this way, while the remaining 10% have like in-house workers, so they jaga themselves. So the costing itself will be very different but for the sake of this video, we will just use the most common way, which is the outsourcing way. Upfront, you will need about 120k, 40k to pay the suppliers for cash flow and whatnot, and all the office supplies like computers and whatnot. But the main bulk, 80k, is to do your showroom. I have never seen a successful renovation firm without a showroom. Never. The showroom there is for you to impress the customers, show them the products, and fundamentally let them trust you that you are not a scammy little shit who will run away with their money. After all, who the hell would spend so much money to beautify this place and then run away with your money? The 4 main monthly running costs for a renovation firm is rental, staff, tech, and marketing. Marketing being the most difficult thing to do, and also the largest cost item. Rental costs about 5k for a 2,000 square feet area in Ubi or a 1,000 square feet area in central areas where it's easier to meet the customers. Staff costs, you'll need one admin come finance person. We ballpark at about 3k, inclusive of CPF. Okay, I tell you, CPF is damn painful. For people who don't understand, you just go run the business. CPF is damn painful. You need one ops person to run the sites for you, make sure everything, all the operations going smoothly. Actually, this ops person, some firms do with it, some firms do without. Because some IDs will just run it on their own, everything they bao ka liao. But some firms say, oh, it's easier if I have someone who helps me to run the sites, purely run the sites, so that they can specialize in the areas and then the IDs can focus on doing sales. No right, no wrong, but generally we will see at least one ops person in the company. So we'll ballpark at about 3k also. Then we will need one drafter. The drafter is there to generate the 3D renders for the homeowners. So contrary to what a lot of people believe, many IDs to save time, or ID firms to save time, they will hire a drafter to help them to draft for all their IDs. But of course, the IDs will direct them, hey, what is the mood, what's the tone that we are looking for. Again, this can be done by the IDs, especially those that are very skilled. But for efficiency's sake, more or less they tend to outsource it already right now. Drafters typically cost about 2k and up, and especially for those very lifelike, very good in drafting it's easily 3k and up one. So on average, we will just put about 3k We need to hire a marketer as well, and this part we will cover more later But for now, we also put around 3k. Lastly, the IDs themselves. Many IDs do not have fixed base salary, meaning that every month they need to close sales to sustain their rice bowl. So this brings about a different kind of pressure. However, for new IDs, they might not be able to tone that pressure. So some bosses will give a base $500 to $800 salary so that they can sustain themselves until they are good enough to close sales and get the commissions. For simplicity, we will assume half of the 10 IDs, meaning 5 IDs, will get a $500 base salary, which totals up to about 2.5k. So in total, staff costs, you will need one admin, 3k, one ops, 3k, one drafter, 3k, one marketer, 3k, and the base salary for the IDs at about 2.5k, bringing the total to about $14,500. That cost refers to softwares that ID buys, most of the time ID firms that they buy to make their life easier. So this can be to generate 3D renders, to standardize quotations, to streamline their backend when it comes to leads management. On average, we take about 2k a month. From my experience, actually the more streamlined and more structured a firm is in the back end, chances are their service quality in the front end will also be better. That's why sometimes they say 上梁不正下梁歪. I don't even know if I'm using correctly but you get what I mean. But of course, the more they invest in the tech, sometimes the cost goes up and then they will need to pass it down to the consumer. This is normal business. Now, marketing. This is single-handedly the hardest thing for any renovation firms. How do you stand out and gain the trust of customers among the many firms? Firms get customers through 3 ways. 1, referrals. 2, self-generated leads. 3, they buy leads from renovation platforms. There are pros and cons of each, especially for renovation platforms. Because honestly, writing and claiming that your IDs and contractors are the best and most reliable is damn easy. but proving it is the most difficult thing. It's business ethics lah, after all. Referrals, of course, there's no marketing cost involved, but it's a long-term, long-haul kind of game where more referrals will come through the door. The other two ways were either self-generated or you purchase leads, right? Both involve hefty sum of money. Easily, you'll spend 10 to 15k a month, right? Just on marketing alone. One. You need to either hire someone or like a marketing agency lah to help you do up your portfolio. You need to go shoot videos, you need to go buy leads, you need to go generate leads, throw money at the ads. We'll take at about 12k for now lah. And then add on to that, firms might need to buy accreditations lah, which from the consumer's point of view make them seem more reliable. So they will need to purchase them like on either annual basis or monthly basis. Most of the time will be on annual basis. Or if you are looking to be published by, for example, a renovation platform, then you also need to pay a fee. For these accreditations, we'll put at about 6k a year, which translates to about $500 a month. So in total, we have an upfront cost of about 120,000 and a monthly rolling operational cost of about 36,000, made up of 5k in rental, 14.5k in staff, 2k in tech, 12.5k in marketing, and we added this additional expense. All those things that you will need to pay for. What company insurance lah, 水啦, 电啦, pay this, pay that lah, 清宫宴啦, those kind of stuff. Then some people will start commenting now, right? Hey, where got so expensive one? You don't try to smoke me lah. Or some people will say, especially ID firm, hey, where got so cheap one? You got see my running cost or where got only 36k? Look, of course there are some items which are more optional, right? If you are a one-man show, of course there are a lot of things that you don't need to have. If you are like just starting out, of course a lot of things you will 自己来, which will make the operational cost become lower. But if you are looking at a firm with maybe 10 IDs to run at a sustainable rate, right? This is the operational cost. At least now you all know what the main cost drivers are. Hopefully this gives a glimpse of why running an ID firm, one that is ethical, fair, sustainable, right? It's really not as easy as what some people think, especially with so many smoke and mirrors around. Any other topics you want us to cover? Feel free to let us know in the comments. If you need to shortlist reliable IDs and contractors that suit you, feel free to check us out. Till the next time.